Tonight is May the 23rd, 2025, and I thought I would make a kind of a calm little video tonight on amateur radio. I think a lot of people out there know what these are. You know what this is right here. This is, sorry about all that glare. I think so much glare and everything. This is the iCom 7300. Just a dandy little radio. I mean, it's practically a lab instrument for me. So I could crank the power up to just about anything I want. You know, right here with this multi-switch. Got all the bands on it. There you go. Get some of that glare off. And right above it is a little Ellie Craft PEP watt meter. And right below is the little College 30L-1. Runs 4 811s in it. And it's just, I don't know, it's just such a sweet little it's a sweet little sane, not insane, sane setup for making contacts. And the 811s I have in here, I got a few years ago as a quad of RCA original ones. And when I tested them in my tube tester, they all tested the same. So I felt very fortunate to get a quad, a really matched quad, and I do benefit from it. This thing will put out a lot of power, 80 through 10. I've operated on 80, 40, 20, and 10. Never operated on 15. I don't have a 15 meter antenna. But I want to say something about this. As beautiful as this little radio is, they were made around 1960. I think they started making them in 61, and some estimates say they stopped in 72. But even if you've got the very latest, which is not, this is called a wing emblem. They call it WE instead of the round emblem. So it's an older one. So it's probably about 60 years old. And you do have to replace the power supply components, the capacitors. You do. Because otherwise you're going to have a problem. Now here's the plate voltage on it, which you might see it pegs in at 2000. Now when I squeeze the microphone and put a little bit of a load on it, you can see it doesn't run much. So it's running pretty hot. And let me show you right here. We're actually on the air. We're crackling. What's the watt meter here? QRZ. QRZ. This frequency in use. This is WA4QGA. And you can see it actually peaks all the way up to 1,000 watts. This is a powerful little guy. I know there's the Heathkit SB 200 and 220, and then there's the, oh, there's just so many of them out there. I want to say this about them. You can't just directly hook the send switch, is what they call that up here. They call this send. And the connection from send to down to here, you know, to initialize this amplifier, you can't do that directly. You have to build a little interface between. It's just a relay. I made a video on that some time back. But anyway, I just thought that was just such a jewel of a little setup. You know, the watt meter, the 7300, nice little amplifier, whichever you choose. Of course, there's all these beautiful amplifiers that are out nowadays, the solid state ones, auto-tune and what have you. You do have to know how to tune up tuning and loading manually on these guys. There's no auto-tune to it. But anyway, I won't belabor the video much longer than that. Just thought I'd throw it out there for maybe the new ham radio operators. I got my general ticket in 1963, so I've been on a long time. This is the kind of stuff right here. They didn't make the 7300 back then, of course. But I always wanted this college stuff. But there's a lot of nice equipment out there. There's an old speaker that sounds really good. Got it at an estate sale. And then, of course, I always have these monstrosities over here. It's a beauty. That's a homebrew amplifier. It runs a 4CX1000. It does the legal limit. I just moved all the connections over to this one right now. Played with it for a while. Now this one runs, let me see, I can't initialize it right now. But it runs 3,500 volts on the plate, of course. It's It's a big column. This cabinet from 1947. There's the meters up at the top. They're not the original meters. I had to change them to screen, grid, and plate for this 46-1000. I actually finished this one in 1983. It's been working ever since. Nice little turns, counters. Now this is my AM rig over here. This little iCom right here has got some issues with it, but it still puts out a nice, steady, accurate carrier. Modulation's real bad on it. And the receiver's just absolutely terrible. I don't know what happened to it. There's something broke about it. It used to be really good. Here's the Collins receiver. 51S1, that's a jewel. And a 1947 James Millen amplifier. Runs a pair of 812s in there and push-pull, link coupled and everything, like right out of some sort of horror movie almost. Modulator down here with a pair of 4-125s. And down here's the power supply for the amplifier, for the RF deck. This is for the Millen. The modulator has this power supply built in. It's so heavy I don't think I can lift it anymore. And this is the speech amplifier that drives the whole shebang. My audio friends will like the 6B4Gs. That's what that is. Well, with all this said, yes, this is a beautiful little setup. I'm still building. Oh yeah, right here they are. Here's a pair of 4-1000s. I know the light's not really good. I have some sockets. A couple of sockets and a pair of 4-1000s. Those that are not really familiar with them, they're a pretty big bottle. They like at least 5,000 volts on the plate. There's something else from an amplifier. Once upon a time, the power supply is still good in it. These UTC transformers are excellent. They have multiple secondary taps. Sometimes they have multiple primary taps in addition, so you can get a lot of different voltages out of them. Down here, for that monstrosity amplifier, there's a big 1.5 amp choke. This right here is a dual 7.5 volt 21 amp filament transformer to light that pair of 4-1000s. And right in here, I'm still not exactly sure what to do with this thing yet. But this is going to be the plate tank circuit. Some vacuum capacitors right there. And then this beautiful roller inductor. Isn't that a beauty? Look how big that thing is. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it out to the shop tonight. See if I can make some progress on it. Other amplifier stuff. Here's a modulator. There's a pair of 3400Zs. Mac amps for the my audio fans. Here's another one. This one 2100 I bought. It's too dark in here, isn't it? This is a 2100 I bought for my daughter a long time ago. Like 30 years ago. Anyway, tuners. You know what? I'm not a tuner fan. I'm just really not. They work. But I just honestly don't see the purpose in it. I made some videos some time back and I said, well, tuners, antenna tuners, are they worth it? And we obviously know they don't tune the antenna, but they sure do make your transmitter happy. And that's important. It can be. We lose a little bit in it, but you know, I mean, you lose a little bit in everything. You gain a little bit here, you lose a little bit there. Here's another much larger antenna tuner with vacuum capacitors and stuff. Do not have a whole lot of confidence in them. I've built some monsters, haven't I? In this one I did put in a switch so that I can bypass the tuner or put it in line. So it just operates a big relay. I mean, you can't see it because it's got a bottom on it. Here's the mighty R390. That is a beautiful receiver. Weighs 85 pounds. It's pretty much replaced by a little SDR nowadays, the size of not much bigger than a pack of cigarettes. Such is advancement, huh? So that's the way it is. Anyway, just thought I would post something here tonight. encourage everyone to keep pedaling, you know, and having fun. So thanks for watching. Stay safe.